Greetings. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And today I'd like to talk about the two main types of people that we deal with. They can be grouped into two categories. Ever wonder how some people, it seems, just cannot stay out of drama? No matter what they do, they've always got problems surrounding them. They're usually of a social nature. Sometimes they're of a health nature. Sometimes they're of another type of nature. But you notice how unusual certain people always have something like that going on. On the flip side, you've got people who avoid that as much as possible and seek to spend their time building, spend their time constructing, putting things together. It's mainly these two types of people. Every now and then you'll get somebody between or outside, but it's usually these two groups. Now take a moment to ask yourself, who surrounds you right now? Who's in your inner circle? Of those two types of people I mentioned, who do you have the most of? Dealing in my spiritual experience, I mostly draw information from number 63, which is Andras or Anuel. One is the goetic spirit, one is the angelic spirit. And things seem to come to me through the lens of duality, the side of discord, which Andras represents, or harmony, which is what Anuel represents. And I come to find that in most major conflicts of the world, in our country, and in our daily lives, it's usually a conflict between two types of people who see the world in two different ways. Some people seem to separate. And maybe it's separated racially, maybe it's socially, maybe it's, dependent on how much income you make, whatever. They're constantly seeking, consciously or subconsciously, they're constantly seeking ways to separate. Whether that's to elevate themselves or elevate somebody else or whatever, their vision is linked to division. And then you've got another type of people who's usually in opposition to that first group, who seek to build, to construct, to pair together and put things together. To get down to it, we're talking about a people whose energetic path is to separate, and a people whose energetic path is to bring together. Some people seek drama and have to have it. Some people have to have drama going on. This is on a small scale, a social scale. Some people have to have something socially going on, whether it's to excite them or to make them feel important or whatever. They have to find some way to bring division. On a higher scale, these people plan things out that affect thousands or millions. It seems from a normal person's perspective, when you look at their actions and their behavior, you just think, why? Why would you do something like that? That's so decisive. It's not constructive. It doesn't help anybody. That's on a higher scale, people with more power. And it's usually these types that we're having problems with. Now, there's other people who simply just seek to get along. There's some people who seek to build a better future, right? To build their career or have goals and ambition. They want to do this one day, so they want to practice day in and day out. They collaborate with other people doing the same thing, and they keep moving forward. I stress to you that there are only these two types of people. And I think that it would be of the utmost importance to recognize who's around you, right? And to really kind of distance yourself from those who choose to separate, because what they seek is what they will eventually bring to themselves. And ironically, the greatest weapon against that group is to separate from that group. So the less deep attachment you have to people who have the mindset of separation, the less attachment you have to them. They no longer affect you. And in essence, they kind of cease to exist. because they don't have power over your mind. When I see the news and I see what the president is doing, the current president as of 2019, I don't get stressed out about it and think, oh, he's doing this, oh, he's separating, da 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 da. Who voted for this guy? How's he getting away with it? I don't think these thoughts. I look at it and I keep moving, because essentially those type of people do not exist to me. In my day-to-day life, I hardly have to deal with any of it. I recognize those who are there, but I don't have to deal with attachments to them. It really takes a lot of stress out of the picture. So, I mean, usually the messages when they come, it's nothing like out of this world crazy, you know? Oh, aliens built this, or this happened, or that happened. It's never anything like that. It's usually down to earth, social mechanical construction, how things operate socially or psychologically. Usually the messages that I get from working with spirits like Andras or Anuel involve things about how society is structured. Involves things about how the mind is structured, how personality is structured, ego is structured, how the body is structured, how the spirit is structured. Usually gives me a message about that. So these are like very simple pieces of information. But when truly understood, it's very profound. This video does seem a little bit different from the others, a little bit strange. But we'll go ahead and give credit to the super wolf blood moon lunar eclipse that's going on right now. Interesting that it's a wolf moon. After my ritual last night for the moon, I went to bed and it was pretty cool. I had a dream about walking and talking with a giant wolf. A lot of interesting information was shared. But I just thought it was kind of cool how it was a wolf moon. And after doing a ritual with the wolf moon, I dreamt of a wolf. But yeah, I highly recommend that you read the book Cyclomancy. It helps with developing astral, spiritual, psychic ability. I also recommend the book Initiation to Hermetics by Franz Barton. Also a great book for dealing with your extrasensory perceptions. I recommend any book by Jack Kornfield that talks about Buddhism or meditation. He just really gets down to the point and makes it easy to understand. And as far as working with spirits of the Goetia, I definitely recommend the book Demons of Magic by Gordon Winterfield. So yeah, also join the Magus Society. We're undergoing a few changes that make things to make things easier to find what you're looking for. It's in the works. I've been a little bit busy with mundane life, so I haven't been there as much as I should be. But I'm moving into a period very soon where I'll have a lot more time. So, this is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. Peace.